That's actually a really good take from chat.
Opponent snapped.
I just want to Baron them, have my cube. The best card from November has to be Suitor. They already nerfed it. I don't think they're going to nerf any of the others. Even post-nerf, it's probably the best, but... What a useless acid arrow. Nope, they're mine. You can't have them. They're my lovelies. Go away. Wait, did they just make a play that leaves them losing the center? Math, not even once. Yep.
Victory.
Got him. Gorr was 19 there. Lovely boy. I feel like he's got to be breaking 15 consistently in a deck to be a consideration. Pixie deck I highlighted last night on my YouTube channel is currently the best performing Gorr deck up on Untapped because my brain is huge and I am one of the best deck builders in Marvel Snap. Also one of the most humble.
Escaped.
Unsurprisingly, Mr. Negative is still performing poorly despite all of the various clickbait you will see about it on YouTube today. You missed the Gorr Pixie deck? Should check my daily deck uploads on YouTube. YouTube.com/Jeff Oakland. Sweet off-meta Marvel Snap deck, 7 days a week. It's not a new player, but lower collection level. 2000's a pretty hefty one. I guess if they're spending, they could be newer. But if they're free to play, that account's several months old. What are the odds this wins the left? Oh no! They win it on the left! We might be dead, gamers. They're gonna activate the symbiote Spider-Man too. No! Disaster. Missed it by 1. I don't want if I would have moved the Nightcrawler over. Is it Legion Monster Island? Is that even good?
Escaped.
The neat build of Wong Namora. The Bio Spider-Man's an interesting consideration. The amount of non-gold cards in this deck is shameful. There are... We do have a quarter of the deck non-gold, that's true. It's a lot. Not even... I'm not even 700 gold variant complete right now, chat. I don't even know why you people are watching this stream. I spend my last 6,000 tokens on Gorr, only if you really enjoy playing Mr. Negative, despite him not being good. Probably dead. I just want to see it play out. Gorr is a fun card, not a good card. The stats on Gorr so far are not very good, gamers. All of the YouTube channels telling you he's crazy are clickbaiting you. I forgot Hydra Bob was gonna come back. That's funny. I don't think they can trigger Suitor twice, so I think we're good. Snap. Snapping would be really bad. It would move my bomb. No.
Victory.
All I want you to know is the reason why people on YouTube constantly sensationalize cards and tell you they're better than they are is because you keep watching their stuff. I stopped posting my calm leveled takes into form of edited content because nobody wants to click on that stuff. They all want to be lied to. Platform's a cesspool. Best non-negative Gorr. I don't even think you need the non-negative prefix. The negative decks to have average negative mediocre stats. The best performing Gorr deck on the tracker as of right now is the Pixie deck we posted. Yesterday. Is that Airship Black Swan? Is a gold Airship Enjoyer? Am I punching the dog? I think I'm punching the dog. Just to mitigate whatever hellscape this is gonna create. Did Coulson create Devil Dino? It's cheating. Mom, get the camera! We did the thing! Mom! Camera! My body's ready to still lose to a gladiator bed pull. Snap and put everything left mid. Nah, I don't want to get Goliath in the middle and lose. Oh, does Luke make Gorr smaller? He totally does, doesn't he? Because this is buffed? Okay, yeah, so this is the line then. That's actually a funny slash good call out. Alright, Gladiator, please pick something you can murder, bud. Well, I mean, wish granted. We're good, yeah? Oh, I guess Luke doesn't make him smaller, it just doesn't make him bigger. Yeah, Luke doesn't add a penalty back. Sure, it wouldn't put him back to -1. But Cable's still correct because it's an odd reveal that makes him bigger. It's a good call out of the technicality. It's not that Luke reduced him, it's just that he doesn't explicitly pump him. By the way, to the regulars just joining us, if you didn't see it in the title, I posted my quarterly Series 4-5 tier list on the YouTube channel. It's probably the highest effort piece of edited Marvel Snap content I still do quarterly. I would appreciate engagement for people if you're into that sort of thing to let me know we should keep doing it. Above average Black Vortex. Gorr is still in the deck. Let's slam this anti-venom. Easy game, video gamers. Easy game. I think I'm just gonna play Gorr out so he doesn't get pulled into the middle at random. Could have gotten an upgrade. Rip. Ooh, this means they don't get a free Black Vortex, which is a big deal. So the right Grand Central triggers, the left one does not. All right, we really want to draw Luke Cage here. This Twitch stream is pre-recorded in front of a live audience. I appreciate everybody watching here every single day. Please cue the laugh track. Can you believe how overpowered Gorr is? Why would second dinner release a 49% win rate card? Completely unfair and unreasonable. I followed this channel, Jeff, to let you know how unreasonable Gorr is. Can you believe they have the audacity to release a card that might be playable? The only two types of Marvel Snap cards in existence. Unplayable and busted, please nerf. Again, really, if you're consuming content that's telling you Gorr is too strong, you should remove that content from your content diet. These are unreasonable people that are trying to work you up into a frenzy and bait your clicks. The Hoaglandia Snap channel has the edited stuff like the tier list still. Tier lists, weekly deck roundups, and some other stuff. The Jeff Hoagland channel is just live streams and daily deck highlights. Twitch drops ended on Monday. We do not currently have information about the next round of drops. Give me a drops. Being outraged feels so much better than being reasonable. It's true. It's true, gamers. That's why they get you worked up. It's not a great anti-venom hits in the deck yet, right now. No, Spotlight cash cards all release at higher series. What's the US agent? Lovely. Put these over here, and then we plan to Gorr over here, probably. Silver, Samurai, Gorr, Ghost Rider. Yeah, I could buy that for $1. Okay, so I'm at 9 and they're at -1, so I'm plus 10 in the middle, I'm plus 6 here, and then this is at least 11 here. I think we spread and play for all of them. David, thank you for the 15 months. Appreciate that. Welcome back. No, I'm not really interested in playing another deck today. We're going to play this deck out, and then we're going to be switching over to Pocket Dance. Ship opponent is left. Always satisfying. King Atiri does not appear to be a particularly competitive card. We'll be playing Pokemon after this deck today, Tan. We'll be doing Marvel Snap first today and Friday, and I'll be off tomorrow. We'll be doing Marvel Snap and Pocket every day moving forward until Pocket gets a new set release or Snap has Twitch drops. One of those two. Either of those will have me focusing on one over the other. Do I snap here to pull the Bob out? This is a both I'm filling the raft and moving the Bob snap. What do we think? Is this too Legion Braid?
Doom rules all.
How are we feeling about Gorr so far? He's fine. There's a bunch of people asking for him to be nerfed, so at the very least he's playable. Unsurprisingly, Mr. Negative looks like it's still bad. They have a tech card for Luke Cage is a question. Well, Agent of Luke Path in case of Rogue. Nah, I think I'm good. If they rogue me, I'm fine. Is Rogue the preferred tech card? Oh my god, I did it to myself. Oh, thanks, Shadow King. Gladiator, buddy old pal. What a true champion of the people. I'd like the record to reflect we were winning this game, even if Gladiator pulled something little thanks to their Shadow King. I would like the record to reflect we were winning in spite of this. But it made me feel better. I'm happier that it occurred. Oh my gosh, they could have gladiatored and then enchantressed us, yeah? That's funny. That'll hopefully be a lesson the opponent won't soon forget. Got about 1,200 people in here for some snap this morning. That's probably about the norm for non-drop snap moving forward, I'd wager. The opponent is collection level 1,600 givers. They're just doing their best. $1,200 still feels like a huge drop. It is a huge drop. Kiwi, thank you for the 15 months. Shadow King licking his lips. We'll see. The number that matters a whole lot more than viewer count is what do the Twitch subscriber metrics look like, and Twitch sub count's actually been relatively stable still. The dedicated folks who support me directly are still here and coming back regardless of how Snap is. Ooh, is 22 enough to win the left? Probably, yeah. For reference, we average like 2,600 average concurrent subscribers through Marvel Snap's 2 big years, and I currently have 2,500 concurrent subscribers on the Twitch side, so we're nowhere near halved in terms of that, even if the viewer count's about half. The Green Ranger, thank you for the 2 years. Appreciate it. Late Night Snap Dad, thank you for the 26 months. At what subscriber count does Twitch streaming start to become feasible as a full-time job? So that's a complicated question because I don't know offhand where my Prime subs exactly come from. So like Prime subs range from 9 cents a subscriber to 2 1/4 a subscriber. And then paid subs vary based on what currency the person's buying them in as well. Obviously, I exist under late stage capitalism, so more is always better. But like, the last 2 years were my 2 best years back to back on Twitch as a platform ever, making around 250,000 each of those years. And realistically, I could probably even make half to 2/3 of that and still be very comfortable with where I live in Central Illinois. My cost of living is not terrible here. My wife is a business professional whose job provides health insurance for our family, so we don't depend on my income for that type of stuff. Yes. I took my second year in review income video down on YouTube because I put a political message at the start of it, and after the election I was called lots of slurs and wonderful other things in the comment section by folks brigading it, so decided that was not worth experiencing further. I kind of want a boomer snap here, because moving Hydra Bob to the right makes us more likely to win. So this snap isn't good from like a snap game theory standpoint, but from a I want Bob to move to the right, it's great. And this is Luke Cage, by the way, so this is going to be worth 5 points. Will the video come back without that message? It will not, because reposting a video I've already posted on the YouTube side means the metrics are bad, and the metrics already weren't very good on that video. Which was just a little disappointing, so it was a lot of work to put together. Got him. Got him.
Victory.
Very good, regardless of which way Bobby Boy went, yeah. Alright, we need to take a brief, speaking of money, we gotta take a brief pause for the cause and roll some ads on the Twitch side. We're gonna play some more of this when we return. It's been really solid, just Gorr, good stuff. Thanks for hanging out, don't go anywhere. One thing I am slightly concerned about looking at this deck list is that it does have 2 Series 3 cards in it and 1 Series 2 card. Can anybody think of reasonable Series 4 or 5 replacements for these to make the deck a little bit less accessible? I'm worried if I post the deck like it is now, people are gonna be able to play it too easily. Unironically, Valentina might be better than Cable. Unironically, Valentina might be better than Cable. I was just cracking a joke, but there's a very good chance that Valentina's an upgrade over Cable in our Luke Cage Shadow King deck. Cable has like some loose synergy with Baron Zebo, but no, I'm gonna do this for our second part. See how it goes. Yeah, we already have Luke and Shadow King. Anti-Venom is a pretty good card. I rated Anti-Venom very highly in today's tier list for a reason. It plays in a lot of stuff and is very unique. Anti-Venom, Luke Cage, Shadow King is like a 3-card package you could shove in a lot of spots and win a ton of games. K Dilla, thank you for the 15 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. And unironically, if you skipped on this week and you have a good number of cards, I think this is one of the better cards you could probably spend tokens on. Yeah, Hero, genuinely, Snap is a good digital card game. And I really hope they are going to meaningfully address the new player onboarding to get them integrated into the Snap ecosystem better and more cleanly, so I can like feel like I can truthfully recommend and be like, yes, you will have fun playing Marvel Snap as a new player. It's worth getting into. Ooh, immediately rewarded with a piece of candy for this one, huh? Gladiator's dangerous in this matchup. I don't think I can play him out.
Opponent snapped.
This is, I have Wicked Snap. I'm gonna stay, because I have, like, US Agent and stuff here, I think. The Red Hulk's not bad, too. Oh, they're also a Luke Cage deck? Yeah, that's fair. Give me the Luke! Huh. I have to play Luke on one of these turns is the thing. I think. Well, that's not a Wicked. Where do they play this stupid acid arrow? I think it's middle. It's middle or nowhere, I think. I don't have priority here, is the issue. Thank you, Dr. Mr. Putty. I appreciate it. Felt super spooky. Running the timer down to the last possible second. Yeah, it plays really bad. Especially considering they could have, I don't know, maybe they're not ghosting. No, maybe they are. Because if they weren't ghosting, they literally could have grapple arrowed either of these and then acid arrowed here to pull it in, right? So like the only two reasons, like maybe they're just terrible. They could just be atrocious at the game and not have understood how grapple arrow and acid arrow works. But no, they're a high collection level gamers. Why not both? Could be ghosting and bad. Yep, that's true. This just never wins the game, unfortunately.
Escaped.
I would recommend buying Nico Binaru over Silver Sable. That's why Nico Binaru is in the buy this category in the tier list video. Yeah, like Gladiator and then like Anti-Venom's on curve here, I think. My go-to for headsets or microphone. I am wearing a Bose Quiet Comfort QC45 headset. I don't think I would ever go back to a non-Bose headset. It's been far and away the best headset I've ever had. I'm using a Rode Procaster for my microphone. I mean, it's worth noting, Tessie, to be political for a moment. It's not even just content creators that have to consider healthcare considerations with the job that I do here. My wife and I just had enrollment for her health benefits for her job this year. And one of the things we had to consider is it worth paying $4,000 extra per year so we can have lower deductibles that have prescription drugs covered instead of paying for them out of pocket. And again, just to clarify for people that live in countries with developed socialized healthcare, that extra 4,000, not 4,000 total per year, extra 4,000. I don't even remember what the base cost is, but it's significant. Isn't even to use it, it's just to not go bankrupt in the event that something catastrophic happened to someone that I live with. Yeah, so it's basically like, is it, because paying the $4,000 more per year guaranteed is more worthwhile if we have even one medical incident happen, because it saves us on the co-pays for prescription drugs and other things. And I wanna emphasize that my position and my wife's position that we share is incredibly privileged in the United States. She works for a Fortune 50 company and has some of what's considered the best healthcare in my country that her insurance company, the insurance that her company provides for us is. I think capitalism is very fine and reasonable for a number of things. Superhero card games. Letting capitalism decide the winners and losers with superhero card games. That's great. That's fine. That's very reasonable. Who gets to live or die or afford life-saving medicine? Not a great use of capitalism. Not a stellar use. I'll come stay here for one. Got me. Oh, this is the Pixie Gorr deck that we brewed last night. This is the best performing Gorr deck on Untapped right now. The highlight on the Jeff Hoagland channel. Which is the last part. We were talking about my salary earlier during this set. I know when people in other countries hear $250,000, it's an absurd amount of money. And it's a lot of money for here in the United States, but like there's a lot of other costs we have that like bring that down a significant amount. Like next fall, for example, my youngest child will be 5 and she'll get to go to public school for kindergarten. That'll be like getting an $18,000 per year raise because I'll no longer be paying for early childhood education out of pocket because we don't fund early childhood education in the United States universally. And my $18,000 per year that I pay for childcare for my toddler is cheaper than people pay in San Francisco, Chicago, New York, Seattle, almost every major city in the country. This is a little bit of a risky gladiator. A lot of cable decks have big things in them, but go ahead and slam it in. I'm not gonna profess to be an expert in self-employed taxes. As of 3 years ago, I think it is, Hoaglandia LLC exists, and I am file taxes as a corporation. Where I'm based. I'm in Central Illinois. Like a mirror match, gamers. I think we're dead. Take a turn here if they don't snap and draw a card, but so we're moving next.
Opponent snapped. Escaped.
Jeff is the greedy CEO. He doesn't even pay his kids for appearances. Yep. Yeah, the cost of childcare isn't because the people running the centers are greedy. Like, it's, like, caring for children is not cheap. And a lot of it's gone up just because, like, the kids eat 2 meals and a snack at daycare every day. So they have to provide food, so, like, the cost of food going up has pushed those prices up, too. Well, now we'll hold Red Guardian for the Nexus. We'll just play Lucas in the center. Boo! Legion Brain! Alright, so, fun fact, when you Legion the Nexus, the leftmost Nexus counts for the most. So we'll want to stack as many points as possible on the left here. Want to draw Malekith here. Gladiator said. It's this. I think it's this.
All systems go.
I think it's just this, actually, yeah? Leave the Nexus right where it's at.
I am Iron Man.
This is the right play, but it also makes me sad. Yeah, that's fair. Kick their sandcastle 2 different ways. That's the reason why our deck is really good. Oh, remember what I said? Remember what I said? The people telling you Gorr was crazy were misleading you and clickbaiting you? This is Dara, and he's live with the stream title Gorr is Cracked. I really appreciate Marvel Snap's resident Twitch grifter stepping up to the plate to exemplify our point.
Opponent snapped.
If we can have priority here, we get to Legion the Altar. Or not. Ooh, losing Luke is sad. Oh, he was gonna be our free card too. Rip. Of course Dara's chat is telling him cards that we have. He has cultivated a community full of dickheads who like things like him lying to people on his stream. You reap exactly what you sow. Creators who try and tell you you don't have a say in who your community is and how they behave, those are just people that want their communities to be shitty and want to escape culpability for it.
Escaped.
Darren told his community not to do that. Yeah, and I would have banned the person that did it in my chat. Because that's how you set the expectation not to do that type of stuff.
Breaking news.
Is hydration, Robert, worth the tokens, or should I save for future cards? You should get my thoughts on that in my Series 4-5 tier list today. Just posted, fresh off the press.
Wind, aid my hand.
So I know that this looks really bad for us, squad. But I would like for you to consider the Shadow King.
Opponent snapped.
Auto Shadow King on 5-star.
We are the future.
Wow, what a disaster. Actual train wreck scenario. All of the farty trombones, huh? It's fine, US agents an alright draw, huh? Dara is someone who willfully misleads new people in his stream during drops when the category has the most people in it. And he regularly does things like Gorr is cracked in his stream title that actively misleads people as well. Dara is not chill. He's a grifter. And that's fine if you like him, and that doesn't bother you, but I think those types of things matter. So that's fine. You can go watch the grifter. There was a VIP in Dara's chat saying they wanted to meet Jeff in real life so they could physically assault him. Again, you cultivate the community that you want around you. I think the people in chat saying Guest Gaming saying Gorr is awesome. Awesome is not a strict description of power level. I think there's lots of cards that are awesome that aren't very good in Marvel Snap. What's a good example? Pixie's an awesome card. She's really sweet and has a novel effect. So no, you trying to say Guest Gaming is doing something equivalent is not a one-to-one. Awesome is super, wholesome's a great way to put it. Havoc is awesome. Agree, love Havoc. Super, super fun fun effect. Kang is not awesome. Stop it. Bad. Oh, and then one of the people defending Dara after getting banned called my mod an ableist slur inside of DMs. Really, that's interesting. What an interesting take from that community that I wouldn't expect. Using ableist slurs in the DMs after they're upset for getting removed. I haven't discarded or destroyed anything. Yeah, I think we Shadow King here and play Gorr in the center, call it a day. Sometimes that's gonna happen, gamers. This deck was alright. It's titled it Gorr Good Stuff. It had alright stats on Untapped before we grabbed it. We went cube positive while being exactly middling on win rate. The old just under 50%er. I don't know. Gorr seems fine. I think the people saying this card needs nerfs are especially silly. It's looking like it might be playable. The stats early indicate it's not gonna make Mr. Negative be cracked all of the sudden. And it seems best in some of these other, like, it was consistently, like, bigger than a red Hulk in this deck, which is probably all you need. It works well with anti-venom, which is nice. Is Gorr the new Blob? I thought there was maybe potential for that before I played games with it, if I'm being honest, Derek. But after seeing it, it definitely seems more comparable to like a Null than a Blob, I think. Where like, you gotta kind of construct your deck around it. And even then, the ceiling on him is much lower than something like Null. This deck isn't just a final wrap up on this. This deck's incredibly inaccessible. It thoroughly highlights Marvel Snap's card acquisition pains. There aren't really clean replacements for a lot of the stuff it's doing. I think Anti-Venom's probably the most important, but if you're missing a bunch of stuff, you're probably just SOL and should play something else. Gorr was consistently 40 power for 6 on release. Yeah, exactly.